Um, I guess what was kind of your initial reaction when you found out, and what are your thoughts on getting a second chance at this?
I was excited, obviously. Anytime you get the opportunity, it's humbling, it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to getting back. When I was there in 23, the kind of reality of who I was at the time, I didn't really think there was a chance I was ever going to get to go back. Kind of thought it was a once in a lifetime, once in a career type thing. So to be able to go back for a second time is pretty cool.
You talked about just kind of the consistency that you've been proud of this year throughout from start to this point. Do you feel like this has been to this point, your most consistent season at the plate?
Yeah, for sure. As far as just kind of steadiness and being the same guy production wise every day, I feel like I've done a better job of that this year than I have in the previous 2 years. Hopefully, I can continue that. I've worked pretty hard to be able to do that, to put together approaches and plans, and have a swing that works day in and day out, and doesn't necessarily have to be everything synced up, everything clicking at the right time to have success. So I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that this year, and hopefully it continues for the last 70 games or whatever we have left.
The first time you were there, you were alone to be there with Jacob Wilson and Cuffy as well this time. What do you think of just having the three of you there at the same time?
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for Willie. Obviously, he's incredibly deserving. Getting to start the game is super cool. So being able to experience it with him and hang out with him for a few days and watch him do his thing there is going to be fun. And then Cuffy as well. Cuffy works just as hard, if not harder, than everybody else in our clubhouse. He's constantly making sure we're healthy, we're strong, we're ready to go out there and compete every day. So super excited for him as well.
How is it to make an all-star team in a city that's potentially the closest city to where you grew up at?
Yeah, it's cool. I have a lot of family there, so obviously, 23 Seattle was a bit of a journey, but they made it out there. It'd be a little bit easier for a few more people to get there to Atlanta. It's about a 5-hour drive from Memphis, so pretty easy travel, and that should make the experience, even that much more special.
Yes, many thought that last year you should have been also as well. Being elected this way, do you believe it compensates a little bit for being forgotten last year?
Sure. No, it's each year kind of comes as its own individual thing. So last year's in the past, obviously, super happy with what I accomplished last year, start to finish. Super proud of my year that I had, but to be able to kind of back that up again this year and be able to achieve this for a second time is cool and special to me.
Brent, as somebody who's a student of hitting yourself, how would you describe Jacob Wilson as a hitter, and especially at such a young age?
He's an anomaly in a lot of ways, right? He's not something that I can relate to at all because his gifts are things that I don't do well. I don't really understand how he does what he does, but I think that's what makes him so special and so fun to watch. It's just elite, obviously, bat the ball, elite hand-eye, controls the strike zone well, and even when he doesn't control the strike zone, he's able to make contact. It's a pretty special skill. So, to be able to do the type of things that he does at such a young age is super impressive, and I think it kind of bodes well for him to have a very, very long and successful career.
How does it feel for a team like this on the West Coast to be recognized throughout the majors and get multiple All-Stars?
I think it's cool that this is our first time having multiple guys going since 21, correct, Mark? Since 2021. I think it speaks, a lot to the progress that we've made as far as a personnel standpoint goes. I think you're going to see more in the coming years. I think there's a lot of guys in the clubhouse who have the talent to make this game multiple times, and I think you'll see that over the next coming years too.
Brent, what do you think about the All-Star Home Run Derby, and have you been approached to be part of that roster?
No, I have not been asked. If asked, I would love to do it. Seems like a really fun time. Something I would definitely do, but as of right now, I haven't.
You've done a home run derby?
Yeah, I've done. I did one in college, in Omaha, and then I did a couple in college summer ball leagues as well.
How'd you do?
I did pretty well in the college. In the one in Omaha, I did pretty well. I think it was kind of a bracket style thing. I think it made the semifinals with some guys there are pretty good hitters. So I have a little bit of experience. But
was that with that or aluminum?
That was a little bit of that. Yeah.
What do you think you could do with aluminum bat?
They should consider that. Maybe the home run derby guys, maybe let them use aluminum bat. It might be a safety issue for the kids in the outfield. But you have to redo that system a little bit, but that would be fun to watch what some guys can do with those bats.
I'm sure you probably won't figure it out until you actually get there, but will you approach this differently, just having done it once before, do anything differently, try to see something that you didn't see before?
I don't think I'll do anything differently. I think The way the experience will be different for me is in 2023. I genuinely did not believe that I belonged there, and I thought, like I said, I thought this was. At the time, I was like, well, this is cool. I kind of rode a hot first 6 weeks here to get here. I'm not good enough to ever have the opportunity to come back. So I think just the mindset of walking into that clubhouse knowing that I do belong there this year will make the experience a little bit different.
Wasn't there a photo that you wanted Otani to sign?
Yeah, that never happened, but we did talk about it.
Was there a way that maybe we could not ask him anymore, or is that still on the table?
No, I mean, I'll approach him again about it. It's still out there, still exists, so definitely an idea that I'll consider again.
What's the photo?
It's I had a home run from him in 23. It's a pretty cool picture of that.
He'll be there.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Thanks, Brent.
Thanks,